Hey, this is Nate from BrokeU.com. I'm here with Steve Magdaleno. How's it going, Steve?
It's doing pretty good. It's going pretty well.
You're going to be fighting for Team USA West against Team USA East and M1 Global Russia. Now, you just got the call about a week ago. Normally you train with Vladimir Matyshenko, but the coach for Team West is Colin Oyama. So now you're down here training with him. How's your training been going with him so far?
It's going, being as this is my first day here, it's going pretty well. Yeah, Colin, like I've known Colin, like I've never actually met him, but I've seen him around before for a long time, just around the MMA scene. So, and he's a really cool guy. So far it's going so well. So.
Now you're going to be fighting Ivan Jorge. Do you know much about your opponent?
I know all of his fights are in Brazil, so I know a little about him. I know he's a really, physically he's really strong. He has a good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background, good guillotine I hear, but I don't think his hands are that great. So.
Now, I saw you sparring in there. You seem like you hit pretty hard. You know, your technique's pretty solid. Is that going to be your game plan? Just keeping it standing up?
I don't know. Does he? I'm wondering if any of these people are watching this website. But I don't want my opponent. I have a good idea. I have a good idea of what I'm gonna do. I guess it's no secret. I want to keep it standing. My jiu-jitsu is good too. So if it goes to the ground, I just want to be the one on top. So.
Okay. Now, normal tournament Vladimir Matyshenko. I mean, and although it's only your first day here with Colin, is there any differences you've noticed in the training?
Well, doing a lot of striking right now. Basically, it's all striking today, and that's good for me because, yeah, I love working my striking game. So, and actually, I think that's what I'm going to lean towards this fight. So,
okay.
It's good.
Now, going into the fight, you're undefeated. You have a mark of 6-0. How important is it to make sure you keep an O in that loss column? Is that a big deal to you, or is it more just like, hey, you know what? If I lose, or is it just kind of a?
I don't know. I like that O, so I don't want to give it up too easily, but I'm just taking it as any fight. I really don't think about that. I just think about like the fight at hand. I concentrate on my opponent, on his weaknesses, and anything I can exploit. So that's not going to be going into my mind. Like I fight every fight to win, and that should be no pressure.
Now you said that you got the call about a week ago. You were training, but you said you weren't training to be, for a fight. How is your training different when you're just kind of training to stay in shape?
Well, it's always hard, but like you never train as hard like knowing you actually have a fight. When you know in your mind, oh shit, I'm fighting next week. It naturally pushes the intensity more. But I always train pretty hard consistently.
Okay. Now, when you lift up the intensity, does that just mean you do more sets of whatever it is you're doing? More sparring, or do you kind of just do different types of techniques when you're training?
It's just like, I think it's like mentally you push yourself more. You just push yourself more when you know you have a fight. You push yourself more, so I think that's what it is.
Now your fight's gonna be a lightweight. How's the weight right now?
The weight's good. Like I said, I was training. So when I got the call, I only had I'm really light right now, so I only have like 10 pounds to cut.
Okay. And normally have you gotten the signs now cutting the weight? Does it ever give you any issues, or is it pretty much always on point?
It's pretty much all on point. Like I've been wrestling since I was like a teenager.
Oh, okay, so you're used to the whole weight cutting.
Yeah. I've never not made weight, so that's something you don't have to worry about.
So
with me.
odds are of you not making weight then are pretty much 0%.
Yeah.
Now, a question I'd like to ask everybody that we interview is, if your passion, your desire wasn't to be a professional fighter, what would you be doing as a career?
Starving.
Starving.
Probably. I don't know. I probably have a regular job at home, playing video games, watching some animation. Probably like that.
You're a big video game guy?
Yeah, but right now, like this is my passion, so I do this all the time. I don't have time for all that stuff. If I didn't have this, then maybe.
Okay. So then no video games at all right now then while you're training?
No.
Only
yeah, just work in this. That's about it.
That doesn't sound like well, for you probably love it. For a guy like me who's not really in shape or anything, it doesn't sound like too much fun. I think I'll go with the video games, but that's why you're a fighter, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
this is what you want to do. So, any plans? Any future plans? I mean, what do you kind of have planned up after this fight?
Maybe I fought in Japan before, so maybe go fight there again, or maybe I want to get into either obviously a big organization and just keep raising my name, keep getting more popular, keep having more girls like me. The normal reason all guys get into MMA fighting.
Now, if you could fight any opponent, who would it be?
Hulk Hogan? No.
Hulk Hogan? WWE or MMA rules?
I don't know. Maybe MMA. I wouldn't have a chance. Pro wrestling. I really don't have anyone in particular I want to particularly fight. Just whoever will get me to where I want to be, and that's on top. So. All
right, everyone. Now Steve Magdaleno. Hopefully your fight turns out great at M1 Global. And best of luck to you. Nice. Thanks for the interview.
Thanks a lot.